And bulk once again. What's up, 23% Nation? This is your man, Coach D. Today, I'm back with the Success Saturday video series, where here we discuss exactly how to be successful while on the 23% Challenge meal plan. Now, ladies and gentlemen, today I'm doing something rather special. I am actually creating a part two to the vegan bulk plan. That's right, guys. I didn't think I gave you quite enough information in part one. So I decided to create part two. And in this part, we're going to answer a very popular question, which is, Coach D, what is your secret sauce? So guys, if you want to know what's in my secret sauce, then please listen on. All right. As usual, I have objectives, meaning things I need to accomplish, information that I need to convey to you. Now, I do have one short term and one long term. Now, my short term objective is what I like to call Coach D's tip, meaning it's a little bit of help, a little bit of advice, a little bit of did you know? Now, my second objective is rather long term, right? It's all about me saving 1 million animals. That's right, guys. Coach D is looking to save 1 million animals. And if you're like me and you love animals, then guys, please listen on. But first, let's talk about the vegan bulk plan. Now remember, this is part two. If you're interested in listening to part one, which contains a lot of great information, then all you have to do is simply find the video and click on it and of course, watch it. Now, let's give you a reminder, right? Because a lot of you may not watch part one and you probably are wondering, all right, Coach D, what in the world is the vegan bulk plan all about? Well, guys, it's very simple. It's a plant-based meal and workout plan designed to help you build muscle, get swole, or bulk up on plant foods only. Now, when I say plant foods, I am specifically referring to the 5 food groups of plant foods, which happen to be fruits, vegetables, nuts and seeds, legumes, meaning beans and peas, and let's not forget about whole grains. Now, here is the sweetest part of the deal, is that the vegan bulk plan is only 7 days long. That's right, guys, 1 week. Now, I prefer that you do it the first 7 days of every single month, which is basically the time of the 23% challenge. Now, a lot of you may be wondering, well, Coach D, is it possible to build muscle or maintain muscle while eating only plants? And of course, drinking only water? Well, guys, the answer is a resounding yes. Capital Y, capital E, capital S. Yes, you can absolutely build or maintain muscle mass while on a plant-based diet or meal plan. Now, the key is going to be 2 things. Number 1, how many calories you're taking in, and number 2, how intense are your weight training sessions. So yes, guys, it's possible that you can end up consuming 3,000 calories, 4,000 calories, or even a whopping 5,000 calories worth of plant foods. Now, if you can do that, then you are better than me. All right. Now, a lot of people want to know, all right, Coach D, so if I try out this vegan bulk plan, what can I expect? Well, guys, expect a lot of good things, but allow me to share with you why you're going to get the type of results that you will get. Here's what you have to understand, is that when you take in more plants, ultimately what you're doing is you are increasing the amount of nutrients that are coming into your body, and at the same time you're decreasing the amount of toxins that are coming into the body. Now, when we can increase nutrients and decrease toxins, basically three things are going to happen that are going to give us our expectations. Number one is going to help strengthen your immune system. Number two is going to help reduce inflammation. And number three is going to help you detoxify the body. So once we can do all of those things, guys, here's what we can expect. A reduction in blood pressure. Now, earlier I created another video, but this was about the vegan lean plan. And in that video, I talked about the results from the McDougall study, which basically had several thousand people go on a 7-day plant-based meal plan. That's right. And again, all they ate were plants for 7 days. Now, their calories weren't necessarily calculated, nor were they on a regimented workout program, but the results were pretty much the same. All they did were ate plants, their blood pressure went down, their blood glucose levels went down. Also, there was a reduction in blood cholesterol levels. So if you're the type of person who needs to reduce their blood glucose, blood pressure, and blood cholesterol, then you may want to reconsider eating more plants. Now, here's something else that you can expect. Either your muscle mass will maintain itself or you can actually increase it. Once again, that ultimately depends on how many calories you're taking in and also the intensity of your weight training sessions. Something else that you may experience is a reduction in your waist circumference. Believe it or not, guys, I've seen people lose up to an inch off of their waist simply from eating only plant foods for only 7 days. Yes, your strength will increase. Why? Because you're eating more calories. But more importantly, these calories are coming from plants. Also, a lot of people will report that they have more energy. Now, personally, the way in which I interpret this, or the way in which I experienced it, was that I was less tired more often throughout the entire day. Another thing that I personally experienced was that my skin began to clear up. That's right, fewer pimples, and I also had a few blemishes on my skin, which, believe it or not, actually cleared up. And also, you are definitely going to experience a feeling of fullness. Remember something, you're taking in 3, 4, 5,000 calories worth of plant foods. Believe it or not, guys, you are gonna feel full. And that's primarily because of the amount of fiber that'll be in the foods that you're eating. And last but not least, and you may want to chuckle at this, but guys, yes, you will experience more gas, okay? Yes, you will fart more. And that's primarily because during the meal plan, you're going to be eating only plant foods, which are an excellent source of fiber. Now, we're talking about both types of fiber, insoluble and soluble fiber. So yes, there will be more gas, but here is the good thing. Believe it or not, it won't smell as bad as it normally does. Now, the reason for that is simply because you're not taking in any animal products. Now, one of the things the animal products have is a lot of protein made up of amino acids. Now, I don't know how much you know about amino acids, but basically there are about 20 of them. Some of them are quite acidic, meaning they contain sulfur. Now, the one primary amino acid called methionine is prevalent in lots of animal products. And so here's the problem. When you take in a lot of animal products, you're taking in a lot of methionine, which has a lot of sulfur in it. So when you fart, you are releasing sulfuric gas, which unfortunately smells really bad. So when you don't take in animal protein, you don't put as much sulfuric gas in your body, which means when you have to fart, when you have to pass gas, it won't smell that bad. So believe it or not, guys, these are all the things that you can expect when you increase the nutrients and decrease the toxins. All right, so enough talk about the science. A lot of you, 23% Nation, are probably wondering, all right, Coach D, so what about you? What's going on with you? How have you experienced this plant-based lifestyle? Well, guys, hang on tight. Here we go. Things are about to get personal. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, allow me to give you a little bit of Coach D's history. Back in the day, I used to be a competitive bodybuilder. And believe it or not, yes, I was a huge meat eater, right? If it walked, hopped, crammed, swam, whatever, I ate it, right? I was the type of person who basically had a plate full of meat and no vegetables whatsoever. So here I am in one of my past competitions, right? Here's me doing a back double bicep. Here's me doing a hands on hip most muscular pose. And this is me doing a side chest pose. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, I was on the hype train, eating the meat, taking the supplements, right? Doing everything that I needed to do because I thought I had to do those things in order to get strong, get big, and ultimately try to win a show. But then reality hit. And in August of 2015, ladies and gentlemen, Coach D suffered a massive heart attack. That's right, guys. I was too focused on becoming bigger, becoming stronger, but I wasn't really concerning or taking into consideration my health until that fateful Saturday back in August of 2015, the universe decided to teach me a lesson. So guys, after that happened, after my hospital stay of 3 days, I basically had to make a decision. And that decision was I had to change. So now, a few years later, right? Well, now that I do the math, 2015 from 2021 is 6 years. So guys, 6 years later, I decided to change. Well, actually, back in 2015, I decided to change. So yes, I have been plant-based for the past 6 years. And so here is what I've discovered. Number one, I'm able to now maintain the muscle in my back. Check out that rear lat spread, right? Doesn't look very different from when I was on the supplements, from when I was eating meat, right? Here I am, side pose, right? Notice that I'm able to keep a slim stomach. I'm able to maintain some definition in my abdominals, in my chest, and also in my arms. And also in my quadriceps and in my hamstrings, right? The mass is still there, the definition is still there. So ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to being on meat versus being on plants, there really isn't that much of a difference. Now, will you get the same results that I am getting? Well, that depends on you. Remember, it basically takes two things. Number one, are your calories, which are going to come strictly from plants, and number two, how intense are your workouts? Meaning, are you doing high reps with low weight or are you doing low reps with high weight? Ultimately, it's up to you. But I want to let you know that the results that I've received have been nothing short of amazing. And so I am very, very happy to share these images with you as proof that you can not only build, but you can also maintain your current muscle mass. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm not here to show off. I'm not here to impress. I'm just here to inform. So the question is, Coach D, what have you learned from this whole experience? From being a competitive bodybuilder to having a life-threatening heart attack to now being plant-based? Well, guys, here we go. The first thing that I've learned is that basically there are two ways to build muscle. You can do it the healthy way or you can do it the unhealthy way. Ultimately, the decision is yours. But I say, let's eat plants and lift weights as opposed to taking the supplements and also eating the animal products. Something else that I've learned is that yes, I can maintain my muscle mass. Now, I'm not going to necessarily say that I've grown bigger, meaning I put on more muscle, but believe it or not, there are ways in which you can keep track of that. Just take your measurements, right? Maybe at day 1 and then maybe at day 7. Now, I'm not going to sit here and blow smoke and say that you can build a whole lot of muscle in 7 days. Perhaps you won't. But what I will say is that the plan is a strategy that you can begin to implement into your daily life. Now, I will say this, that the longer you're on the plan, the better the results you'll get. So, consider after the first 7 days of the month, maybe do it the second week, maybe the third week, maybe even for a whole month. Again, it is only 7 days, but ultimately it's a plan, it's a strategy, it's a guide to help you navigate this complicated world of diet and exercise. Here's something else that I learned is that I can improve my overall health. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, I'm the one who suffered the heart attack, right? So it was in my best interest to change. It was in my best interest to start looking at other types of foods that I can put into my body so that I don't have another heart attack, right? So yes, blood pressure went down, blood cholesterol went down, my hormones stabilized, right? Also, something else that I learned is that I'm not causing harm to animals. Believe it or not, guys, I now have an attitude of gratitude. I now understand that animals aren't necessarily here for my consumption. As a matter of fact, they're sentient beings, meaning they have thoughts, they have feelings, they have families, they have things that they need to do also. So I now think this way. Why does an animal have to suffer? Why does an animal have to die so that I can eat? I don't believe that anymore. Now I believe that I can be healthy and I can maintain my muscle mass by simply eating more plants. That's it, guys. Plain and simple. And something else that I notice is that yes, I am helping to save planet Earth. Why? Because I am lowering my carbon footprint. And so ultimately, guys, this entire video boils down to two things. You want to know what Coach D's secret sauce is? Eat more plants and lift more weights. Guys, it's just that simple. So fellas, if you got man boobs, fellas, if you got a big gut, a big butt, ladies, you got muffin tops, ladies, you got big breasts and you want to shrink them, it's easy. Two things. Number one, eat more plants. And number two, lift more weights. Yes, it's just that simple. So if I can do it right, surely you can join me. All right. So 23% Nation, a lot of you may say, Coach D, I love the pictures. I love the personal story. I'm a believer. So how do I sign up? Well, guys, lucky for you, I've actually teamed up with Fiverr.com. And I've created my own gig there. Basically, I will help you create a 7-day plant-based vegan meal plan specifically for you. Now, yes, it is customized, meaning you're going to select your favorite plant foods. Now, these are foods that you already know, foods you already eat, and foods you already love. So there really shouldn't be very many excuses for you not to eat the meal plan, right? Now, here's an even greater thing, is that it's not just any old meal plan. Number one, it's customized, it's personalized specifically for your liking. Also, it comes with a health assessment, a nutrition report, which is going to let you know how many calories you're taking in, how many grams of carbs, fats, and protein. I'm also going to let you know how much sodium and fiber you're putting into your body, all of which is very, very good. And yes, you will get a workout program that is designed to help you get stronger. So there you have it, guys. If you are a believer and if you want to sign up, all you have to do is go to the description box. There is a direct link to my gig on Fiverr. Click the link, make the purchase, and I will get to work specifically for you. Now, let's switch up gears and let's talk about Coach D's second objective. Now, this is rather long term, and guys, you guessed it, yes, I'm looking to save 1 million animals. Now, I know that may sound like a lot, but believe it or not, it's definitely doable. Here's something rather interesting. I came across a website that is entitled vegancalculator.com. Vegancalculator.com. And here's what they have to say. They say that eating a 100% plant-based diet for 7 days saves 7 animals. That's right, guys. It's unbelievable and wonderful at the same time. So, let's now dive just a little deeper into this long-term objective. Now, a lot of you may say, well, Coach D, I love animals too. Are we only talking about cats, dogs, and birds? Well, let's talk about it. Basically, I'm looking to save 2 types of animals. Now, the first type of animal that I'm looking to save are those animals that we eat as food, meaning the cows, the pigs, the chickens, the shrimp, the crab, the lobster, the bunnies, the goats, the sheep, the lambs, right? And then the second type of animal that I'm looking to save are those animals whose natural habitats are destroyed because of the standard American diet. Ladies and gentlemen, I came across another amazing movie. It happens to be called Cowspiracy. Now, in this movie, they basically pinpoint animal agriculture as being the biggest contributor to water pollution, air pollution, species extinction, desertification, and ocean dead zones. So, believe it or not, guys, when we consume meat and other animal products, it does have a very serious adverse effect on planet Earth. Namely, it kills our fellow Earth inhabitants. So it's very important to me that we switch our diet, thus saving the planet and also showing other animals a little bit of love and appreciation. And of course, forgiveness. I need your help, 23% Nation. Now, to be exact, I actually need the help of 145,000 people to join me in on the 23% Challenge meal plan. Now, remember something, you do have 2 options. You can do the vegan bulk or you can do the vegan lean. Now, in this video, we talked about the vegan bulk. However, if you want to do the vegan lean, just go ahead and click on that video and it'll give you all the information that you need to know. And remember, you're participating in the 23% Challenge meal plan, which once again is only 7 days. That's right, guys, 1 week, the first 7 days of every single month. 23% Nation, are you convinced? Do you want to help? Well, guys, if you do, once again, I'm going to direct you to Fiverr.com. I'm going to specifically direct you to my gig on Fiverr. Now, there is a direct link to my gig, right? It's in the description box. Click on it, and you're going to see that, yes, I am ready, willing, and able to help you create a 7-day plant-based vegan meal plan. Once again, it comes with a nutrition report, a health assessment, and yes, a workout plan. Now, it depends on what your goals are. Do you want to lean out or do you want to bulk up, right? Just let me know and I'll hook it up. It's time for our question of the day, which comes from yours truly and the rest of the 23% Nation. We have inquiring minds. So we want to know, Coach D, what is your secret sauce? Now, I believe I stated what my secret sauce is earlier. Hopefully you were listening. Please write your answer in the comment box below. Guys, I want to thank you for watching. I definitely want to thank you for listening. As always, let's eat well, feel well, think well, do well, be well. And please remember to use our 3-word mantra. It's hashtag eat more plants. And while you're at it, drink more water. As stated, my name is Coach D. I'm signing out. Always remember to take care, God bless, and never ever forget that Coach D loves you.